Hello Stampers, it's the Pampered Stamper, and today I just want to do a quick recap of some basics. These are questions I get asked all the time, things that frustrate new stampers. Okay, so for the first thing is how to make a card base. So cardstock for card bakers is 8.5 by 11. So those are the important numbers to remember, because whenever you want to make a card, you're dividing that in half. So this is where elementary school math comes in. So there's two ways to do it. So this is 8.5. Half of 8.5 is 4.25. So you go right up against this ledgy thing and you go to 4.25. Then you take your scoring blade, you go back and forth a couple times, turn it the other way. So now this is 11. Half of 11 is 5.5. And then you cut. And now you have two cards that fold this way. Okay, now for here in Chatham, Ontario, it gets quite humid, so I like to have my cards sitting this way. If I want a card like this, I don't have the fold here usually, because when it gets humid, it flops down like this. So now there's the other way to do a card. You take it and you take the 11-inch side and you score it at 5.5. Remember, the first card we scored at 4.25. Now we're scoring at 5.5. A couple times back and forth. The nice thing about this cutter is that the scoring blade goes all the way out of the way when you don't need it. And now we're cutting at 4.25. And now we have a card that goes this way. Okay, so it's not going to flop. So those are the two card sizes. All right, and when you're making your mat, you just make it 1/4 inch smaller. Okay, maybe that's for another video. Okay, the next important thing is that when you're stamping with photopolymer, you need to use a foamy to get a really good image. If you have a nice flat surface, it's possible that you can do without, but I call this insurance. Now when you take a skinny image like this, then to put it on the block, you don't do it this way because it might not be straight. You lay it on your table or on your foamy and you put it on the block like this, and then it's straight. Now I purposely chose a skinny image because people have a hard time stamping them properly. So you open your ink pad, and you'll notice that our ink pads naturally store upside down, so you don't have to flip them over. Now I have said this till I'm blue in the face, but it's more important with the skinny one. A light tap, 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 okay? You're just dancing like a water, I don't know what those things, a water spider, like a spiders on the top of water. Have you ever seen them? Very light. I'm not pushing at all. And then just like that, no rocking, just straight up and down. And it's a perfect line. But if you rock or if you squish really hard, you'll get ink on the block, you'll get a double line. So just a light tap, tap, tap. No pushing, no pressure. Okay, I've said it ad nauseum, but it's really good advice. Now you'll also notice here, if you look at my stamp set, I always put a magnetic sheet on the other side so that my framelits that match with the stamp are all in the same place. Awesome, isn't it? That's it for today. I'm out of time. Have a good day.